And the minute I walked in the door, I knew it was like magic. This is the place.
A local theater company is trying to organize an encore performance after the COVID pandemic forced them to close their doors in 2020. For 15 years, Dog Story Theater provided a safe place for creatives to have a home, perfect their art, and develop professionally at a price tag that was definitely off Broadway. Now they're working on a revival of their unique model, and they need some support from the community to do it. Fox 17's Janice Allen explains how.
During that time, we were a group of actors putting together small shows, and we were looking for a space to perform.
For most theater majors, having a career means moving to a city like New York, Chicago, or Los Angeles.
And as we were looking for spaces to perform, we realized that we could rent a storefront for about the same amount per month that we would spend renting a small classroom theater for a weekend.
But founder and president of Dog Story Theater, Jay Harnish, dreamed of a place where artists could grow right here in Grand Rapids. In 2008, he made that dream a reality, founding a nonprofit theater that operates as a venue where other people can produce shows.
Having Dog Story as a place where I felt welcomed, where I felt like I could be something, it was life-changing.
Brooke Bruce discovered the theater off Jefferson Avenue in 2011.
So I started acting, and then I joined the board, and it was a blast.
She credits the environment there with helping more than just her acting.
I wasn't a very good person before Dog Story Theater came. If it wasn't for Dog Story, there are a lot of human functional skills I probably would not have to this day.
Harnish thinks the time is right to bring up the curtain once again.
So for the past couple of years, I've been looking at different spaces around Grand Rapids.
And the pieces are beginning to fall into place.
And finally, just about this May, we found one.
And just like in real estate, location, location, location is key.
And we looked at it, and I walked in, and within the first 5 minutes, I knew this is where Dog Story needs to reopen.
They're not revealing where they plan to reopen just yet. But before they can bring down the house, their sequel script still needs some work.
Well, zoning has been a big challenge. So currently, we're in the process of applying for the special land use application with city planning. And after we're through that process, we'll go on to the next phase, which is the building phase.
And that's where community comes in for this community theater.
And that's currently what we're fundraising for, is to help us with the build out for egress and more ADA accessibility and the process of going through the special land use application.
They're trying to raise $15,000 through a GoFundMe campaign to help offset their restart costs by 30%.
The reopening costs of Dog Story Theater have been pretty high comparatively. If we can get open, we can get running from there.
It's an investment that Bruce believes will pay back dividends to artists not yet ready to sell out Broadway.
Because if you can't afford the venue, you can't put on a show, and if you can't put on a show, your art's not getting anywhere.
And it's one Harnish believes will help add to a vibrant community.
Once we're up and running, we can do our jobs, and we can create great shows, we can support our arts community, we can create jobs, and we can take it from there. But right now, this has been really hard financially on our small nonprofit.
So for now, he's still working toward the day when the lights go back down and the curtain comes up.
Let's help artists in our community. Let's pick them up if they fail. Let's make them great and put on some awesome shows.
Janice Allen, Fox 17 News.
Well, currently, that GoFundMe campaign is at about 30%. Harnish says that if just the number of people who follow the theater on Facebook contributed the amount it costs to see a show, which is around $35, they would exceed their fundraising goal. He says once they get the doors back open, their next goal is to add seating capacity and make upgrades to the stage. For more information on Dog Story Theater and their efforts, you can head to our website at fox17online.com.